I ran into some challenges with a property I sold to one of my clients recently, and it's been a very big headache for me, and I've learnt my lessons from it, because my belief is when you are doing business, you learn the good, the bad, the ugly. Now I'm just looking at it recently, and I decided that this particular lesson, I shouldn't be the only one that learn. I should also do a topic on this particular lesson on my channel, just to educate more realtors and also to educate more investors who are particularly buying off-plan properties in Lagos or even anywhere in Nigeria entirely. So this particular topic is a real life experience, and is likely something that you might have come across, or you are likely to come across if you buy an off-plan property here in Lagos. Now, it's a common thing for a lot of off-plan properties when they launch to have a show sample, like a showroom for you. So when you want to buy an off-plan property, there will always be a trending video of that property where you see a finished, completed, or even sometimes a furnished sample of what they are trying to sell. Either it's a bungalow they are selling, is an apartment they are selling, is a duplex they are selling. So there will be this beautiful drone video, beautiful tour video of a sample unit of how the project will be delivered. Even if you visit the site in person and also inspect the property or inspect the estate, there will also be a sample unit, or even some sample units. In some instances, maybe 3-5 units have been completed, painted, where they can show you that this is what this project is going to look like. So most times it may not even be 3D, but real life buildings that you see on site might be what just convince you to decide to invest in this project. Now, there is a caveat to the sample units that you are viewing. Now, a lot of off-plan properties here in Lagos, even Abuja also, there will always be a payment plan attached to the property. Maybe you can pay in 6 months, you can pay in 12 months, or you can pay in 18 months, 24 months, depending on the case might be. Now, for a lot of investors that are buying this property, I've realized that a lot of people are not aware. So that's why I'm putting it out there on my channel. Now, for a lot of investors who are buying into this property, they've seen the sample units, they've seen the first streets in the estates with houses, some are roofed, some are painted. So a lot of them have this, a lot of investors have this conception, this perception that the house they are buying is the one they are looking at. The house they show them in the video, the house they show them when they inspected, the street they show them in the video, the street they show them when they inspected is the one they are buying on off-plan. Now, in most cases and most scenarios, that is not the case. I'm putting it out there. That is not the case. Now, if you are buying an off-plan property, or you are buying a property with a payment plan, you want to pay in 12 months, you want to pay in 18 months, you want to pay in 24 months. Now, this is what the real estate companies and real estate developers, this is what they usually do. They launch the property, deliver a sample unit so that they can show you how the room size are going to look like, how the finishings are going to look like. Sometimes they might even furnish this particular unit. And if the project have gone to like maybe 5-8 months, there may be an entire row in a street that is already delivered. Now, if you pay a deposit for that project, the company are going to give you a receipt of payment and a contract of sale. The contract of sale most times will contain the terms and conditions binding both parties to the property that you are buying. Now, in most time and most cases, the contract of sale will not specify the exact street your property will be located, and the contract of sale will not specify the exact unit that you are paying for with your deposit. So in the contract of sale, it's usually going to be stated, there will always be a clause, which is the allocation clause, which is at what point will they show you that this is your house, this is the exact house that you are paying for. the clause will be in the contract. Maybe it's when you pay up to 50%, it's when you pay up to 70%, or it's when you are paid up to 100%. That's when they can show you that this is your exact house. So when you inspected, you see the first streets, houses are every day. That does not mean that when you pay in 1 year or when you pay in 18 months, you are getting the first streets. You see some finished houses, you see some furnished houses, some painted houses, you pay a deposit. That does not mean that you have one of those finished ones. It's your payment plan that will determine the units that you will be getting. If you are paying in 18 months, just forget it. You are not getting any of those units you are viewing in the video. It's certain. If you are paying in 24 months, it's certain you are not getting any of the first 3 streets or any of the first 4 streets. Because they are always going to do the allocation on first come, first serve. As each person are finishing their payments, that's when they will be getting a house. So because you buy early does not mean you are going to be getting the first frontal unit. If you want to get the first frontal unit, you have to pay off early too. That's how it works. That's why there is an allocation and possession stage. So your deposit guarantees that you have a unit guaranteed in the estate, and your deposits also mean that as long as you comply with the payment agreement, you are not going to pay a dime extra regardless of inflation, dollar exchange, property prices went up, material prices went up. It's none of your concern. You are not paying a dime extra. But your deposit does not guarantee in any way that is those units that you see on site that will be yours. That depends on your payment plan. So if you visit the property, you inspect the property, and you want to do a payment plan, and you really love the ones that you see on site, immediately you have to negotiate an allocation percentage with them. That okay, the property is 30 million. I like these ones that I see on site. I want one of these units on site. How much can I pay out of this 30 million for you to allocate one of these units for me? Most times, if the developer needs funds, they can tell you that okay, do 50%, we allocate for you, we allocate one of these units for you. But you can't pay 1.5 million or 2.5 million out of 30 million and expect them to keep a ready house for you. It's not possible. It won't happen. And that was the challenge I'm facing right now. So I've learned from that. So that's why I'm also putting it out there for investors, people who have already bought Offplan, people who are about to buy Offplan, so that you are going to understand that this sample unit, this showroom that you are seeing in video, fantastic videos, fantastic spaces, fantastic furnitures, fantastic fittings that you are seeing, if you pay a deposit, see, it does not, there is no guarantee that is that exact house that you see in the video you are getting. It all depends on your payment plan. As long as the company is reputable, your deposits will guarantee you a unit in that estate. They are not going to oversell. As long as the company is reputable, they are not going to oversell. You get your house in that estate. But the exact street and the exact house that you are going to get in that estate, it all depends on your payment plan. So people that pay in 6 months will get a house faster than people that pay in 12 months. People that pay in 12 months will get a house faster than people that pay in 18 months. So because you bought in January and then in December you pay off, that does not mean that you are getting any of the first 3 streets. Some people will buy in August and get a house before you because they paid off before you. So it's not about how early you buy, it is how early you pay off or how early you pay up to the allocation stage. So that's why I advise, if you are really peculiar about a particular unit in that estate, immediately negotiate with them. Okay, the house is 50 million. How much can I pay for you to allocate a unit for me? Okay, you have to pay 30 million. Oh, you have to pay 25 million. Oh, you have to pay 35 million. Okay, you pay your 35 million. They give you an allocation letter immediately showing the particular street, the particular housing unit that you paid for. Then that is assured. But not like you pay 5 million deposit or you pay 2.5 million deposit and they are going to give you an allocation of the exact block, exact house number or exact street number for you. No, it doesn't work that way. Now I know a lot of you guys will have questions about this, that why is it like this, why is it not like this, and so on. Now there are different business models to different form of real estate. If you are not fine with it, see, it's not by force. If you are not fine with it, save. Have your money cash and carry. Let them show you your house, you pay cash and carry, and you collect your keys. It's not compulsory. There's always a pros and cons to a lot of things. See, there are a lot of these models, a lot of these terms and conditions. I can't change it. What I can change is to educate you and tell you that if you make this decision, this is the pros and cons of this decision. If you are not fine with it, this is an alternative that you can do. That's what I can do, and that's what I'm doing. So if you are going into a payment plan on any property and you are doing 18 months, you are doing 24 months, just know that all the first frontal streets are gone. That's not where your house will be. It's certain that's not where your house will be. So if you want the frontal units, then you should pay off earlier. It's just as simple as that. That's it basically. That's how it works. So that you're not going to buy a house, pay a deposit, and you have this idea or this belief that I have a completed house somewhere that I'm paying for. It's not a completed house. The completed houses there, people are already paying for it. The completed houses there, they are already allocated for people that have paid off already. You that you are still paying, your own housing unit is coming up later. Is coming up later. So when you pay off, they give you your own allocation units. Then some people will still get houses after you too, because that's when them too are going to pay off their own housing unit after you. So that's why I said is first come first serve. As each person are paying off, that's how they are getting their own houses. So either you buy at pre-launch, you buy after launch, you buy even when the place was swampy, was only sandfield, where there was no structures. It doesn't matter. What matters is when did you pay off. Now there are also advantages to when you buy at pre-launch, when you buy advantage, because you are buying cheaper, you are buying on a payment plan. Like for example, avocado by Landmark, when they launched the property, a 2-bed terrace was like 27 million at pre-launch. People paid for 24 months. 24 months, the interest was like maybe 1.5 million or even 2 million. That was like 29 million. Now it's not up to 24 months, and that property have gone to 37 million right now, 10 million extra. And the people that bought at the pre-launch only paid 2 million extra, and that property have gone 10 million extra. Now because they already have a contract with the company can never come back and tell them that no, you have to add 3 million or I have to add 7 million to it. It's none of their business, because they have already paid a deposit for that property and they are still paying. So they are still going to pay that 29 million that is in agreement, whereas that property is already 37 million right now. So that's the advantage of payment plan. It gives you the opportunity to secure that price with a deposit. But again, the challenge is that as long as you are doing a payment plan, particularly if you are doing a 18 months, 12 months, 24 months payment plan, you are going to be getting the last street, the second to the last street. Most of the units that are in the front will always be given for people that paid off faster. And most of these people that even paid off faster bought at higher prices than you. Hope you get it now. So that's my biggest challenge, and that's why I put it out there so that you guys are aware of it. People that are about to buy off plan, people that are already buying off plan, you also have this in mind when you are going into an off plan agreement. So I see many of property of the planet, property advisor, property consultant, Rabi Mustafa. If there's any of plan that you have bought, you are having challenges, you don't understand the terms, you don't understand the clauses, you can also drop a comment here. I'll try to guide you on what you can do next, or what some of these clauses, the interpretation of some of these clauses. And if you are also about to invest in off plan, just like I give an example, you can make 10 million, you can make 15 million in a matter of 18 months, 12 months. You can also reach me directly on WhatsApp and I'll show you different options for you. But always remember, your deposit only guarantees and secures the price. It doesn't guarantee and secure a particular or precise housing unit or street unit for you. So thanks again for watching our videos. Thanks again for always coming back to our channel and also consuming our content. We appreciate you guys so much. For people that share, for people that give us likes, even for the people that comment. I have my regular commentators, so they comment every time. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much, and I guarantee you, I'm not going to disappoint you. We are always going to come here with valuable content, valuable information that are going to assist and help your real estate investments. Thanks, and see you next time.